So I just wanted to add a few more things in talking about simplifying like terms with adding in the idea of distributed property, because we talked about distributed property just before this. And so and we're going to be combining like terms again, but this time with one extra sort of element here. So if I start with 2 times x minus 4 plus 9x plus 1, and I were to ask you to simplify this expression. So the idea of simplifying an expression is just to make it easier and probably less things involved. So the first thing that we should think about doing is taking care of this distributive property here. So if we do sort of the rainbows that we've talked about, or if we think about it just in terms of what it means to do distributive property, we know that we can't combine x and negative 4 here because they're not like terms. But I know that this is 2 times x, and this is 2 times negative 4. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and 2 times x is 2x. We can continue down the line here, and we can look for like terms. I have a 2x, and I'm going to look for anything else that has an x next to it. This guy has an x next to it. We need to make sure we take the sign with it, because we're adding a 9x to this in this expression. And I'm also need to see what I can do about finding any like terms for this guy, and it seems to be this one. Being sure to take the sign with it at every step. Okay, I can combine 2x and 9x to get 11x, and I can combine negative 8 and a positive 1 to get negative 7. And we can ask ourselves again, is this more simple than it was up here where we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kinds of terms, and it is. And we know that we can also write 11x plus negative 7 as 11x minus 7, and if we did, we would have our answer. And we have simplified this expression. Let's try one more, this time when we have to distribute a negative sign throughout a parentheses. So if I start with 3, let's use a different variable this time. How about 3k minus 8 times the quantity of k plus 2? Well, we know in order of operations that we need to take care of grouping symbols first, and then multiplication, and division and addition, subtraction. We need to make sure that we take care of this little section first. And the very important thing to remember here in taking care of this distributive property in these parentheses is that this negative 8 has to get distributed throughout the parentheses, because you're minusing the whole group here. So if I distribute the negative 8 through here, I know that negative 8 times k is the first one, and negative 8 times positive 2 is the second one. I know that that's going to be negative 8k minus 16. Don't forget to bring down the 3k from over here. And we can look for like terms. So we have a 3k, we have a negative 8k, no other k's, and I also have a negative 16. These two guys can be combined for, so 3k minus 8k, negative 5k, and the negative 16 doesn't have anybody who looks like him or her, and we can then therefore have simplified the above expression. So the key, again, to this problem specifically, let me choose another color, is this section here. Let me choose a color that stands out a little bit more. I guess green will be okay. This section is the key. We just have to remember that that negative 8 gets distributed throughout the entire parentheses. Okay? The whole negative sign. So negative 8 times that and negative 8 times that. I hope this has helped, and if we need any more help, we can certainly find me in class, and we can work more on this. But I think this will certainly get you more than going. Okay? Hope you guys are enjoying this.